How was my 2021? It's so easy to plaster on some milestone that you achieved this year and call it a good year, you know? I think in the past, I would just say, I graduated college this year, or I got my first job offer this year. But 2021, without those conventional yardstick, I almost feel like a fraud to say that I had a good year.
Ready?
I flash.
Let's fucking go.
Let's get it, 2021!
Most of my first 3 months of 2021, I spent in my bedroom. I had a plant corner, I have my work corner, and my YouTuber corner. There is about another 11 square feet where my yoga mat can go. I was really at peace and happy in my modern hermit lifestyle. I spend weekday evenings brainstorming video ideas and writing treatments. I happily edit for 18 hours straight almost every Saturday, from day to night. Since I had nowhere else to go, no weekend social obligation, no FOMO. It's funny how I found quarantine the most freeing and conducive for creativity. There were fewer distractions and more time to comb through my own thoughts, which I had a lot. I spent my birthday without any party planning fuss, only with some of my best friends, and it was simply the best.
Welcome back. I'm done.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Happy birthday to you. 3, 2, 1.
Even if you're not okay, and even if it's every day, just take the time to fix mistakes. I know you'll be okay. I hope you'll never be replaced. I feel alone even if you surround me.
It's scone! She baked me scone! I think it's blueberry. Oh, it smells so good. I feel so loved. It's my plant baby! Oh! But as I put in more and more thoughts and hours into YouTube, I find myself on a treadmill. I was constantly brainstorming for new video ideas. I was fixating on the numbers on the YouTube studio too much. And every YouTube video I consume, which used to be fun and recreational, I'm now looking at it with critical eyes and think, what are some of the things that made it successful? What can I learn from this YouTuber? I also was breaking my back trying to keep up with a weekly upload schedule on top of my full-time job. So I thought that was a good place to stop and ask myself, what am I doing all this for?
I'm ready. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. It's all done. So quick, isn't it?
So my first trip out of quarantine would have been straight to my home in Beijing. But unfortunately, due to the everlasting diplomatic tension between China and the US, I can't risk my job going back to renew my student visa. Luckily, I get to work from every corner in the US, and that's what I did. I flew to my friends. I think I saw her.
Hello Hello 大家好欢迎来到我的频道 Hello Hello
Just said hi to my neighbor here, Liz. She was on the balcony right over there. I've just been journaling on the deck. It's so beautiful. Days in Baltimore and the Bay Area was truly refreshing. To be at old friends' presence and see the place they grew up in or moved to was so exciting and wonderful. The comic book store your college friend used to hang out as a teen. The grad student dorm your middle school bestie lives in now. Lives converge and diverge, and it's crazy to realize how contextual the concept of knowing someone is. And I'm glad I get to meet them again. It wouldn't be a year in my life if I didn't date a couple of questionable boys. Here's to hoping no more of that in 2022. I just bought my ticket. I met a guy in the spring. He's got blue eyes, talks sweet, is in love with his home state, Washington. Our fling was more short-lived and the Pfizer vaccine out of the freezer, but at least one good thing came out of it. I was inspired to go on a road trip to the Pacific Northwest.
We're in the middle of nowhere in Oregon. I think we're passing through a mountain and a national forest.
Ooh, yeah. State forests.
I thought it was a Lima National Forest or something.
I don't know.
Before I fell asleep, so it could have been a different
that
forest.
was a while ago.
Yeah. Anyway.
This is Ada, one of my best friends from college. Friends are hard to come by. Friends who don't want to strangle each other to death after 2 weeks in the car together are even more so. Unlike me, who never had a second thought about staying in Boston after graduation, Ada packed up her life and moved straight across the country.
This is how we do it.
Almost 2/3 complete. We're on Mount Storm King in Olympic National Park. Low-key dying because this trail is almost vertical. Ada's reapplying bug spray. Look at all the tall boys. Pretty boys. Look at that.
Are you sure you don't want bug spray?
Maybe I do. One misstep, we're over. You're over. That is Canada.
We spent all day stumbling in the snow or digging through dirt, humbled by the muddy trails and the scorching sun. No language can express the wonder of being in nature. The warmth of the sunset against your skin, the smell of the pine forest, waterfall crashing, the mountain standing there thousands of years before we came and will continue to be thousands of years after we're gone. There was no Wi-Fi, no signal, no Slack messages, sometimes not even a clean restroom to go to. After the long hike, cup ramen and canned chicken breast never tasted so good.
But we're at a laundromat. You set a 25-minute timer. What? How do you do? Ta-da!
Ada, what are you having? Blueberry cake. Mine is like a 5 out of 5. Much better than I thought it would be.
It's so comforting to be with old friends. They can tell you how you've grown and changed in a way that you can't. Through their eyes, you look at your problems in life with a fresh perspective, and you offer their problem yours. I really needed that time off, because I felt so burned out at work at that time, and I didn't even feel entitled to that burnout, and I found myself fighting over this promotion like it's a consolation prize for my lack of career fulfillment or a grad school plan. But as I was on the road, diving into the crater lake, talking to a stranger on a dock, or just suddenly burst into tears, looking at these two old couples holding hands strolling in the redwood forest, all these beautiful moments just kind of woke me up. And I just realized, hey, this life isn't just my job. You don't need to have an advanced degree or a fancy job offer at a big firm to experience all these beautiful randomness the world has to offer. I just needed to be here. I'm not gonna pretend I am another young soul who was so lost and hiked on the West Coast and suddenly was hit by epiphany and found her ultimate purpose of life, even though everyone would love a story like that. But here I am, back in the same bedroom, in the same city, with my same job, I have no glamorous milestone to present this year, but these past few days, as I was picking out gifts and writing holiday cards to all my friends all over the places, I felt so abundant and grateful. I am so proud of myself for wrapping these! I thought it was gonna be hard writing to people, but honestly, it's so easy. And it's like a great practice to just like sit down and look back to the years and look at the friendship you made and all the memories.
Am I my friend Morgan's house? Happy Thanksgiving!
Look at this beauty.
Like seriously, it just looks so good.
I wrapped all the gifts that need to be wrapped and I'm so excited for all my friends to get it. This year I'm really inspired to be a better friend. I think as the only child, the concept of sharing and doing things for others has been kind of lost on me. I think I need to really make an effort to remind myself that it's important to take care of people in your life. So here we are. It's December 23rd and I'm happy to report that I'm still a work in progress. But something did change. I started to reach out to colleagues and alum. I learned so much about my passion and where my skill can take me. Sometimes we build up the barriers in our own head. But a lot of times, if you truly want something, don't let your insecurity make excuses. If you're like me, most of the time, you are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit to. And a lot of things are only daunting in your own mind. It's been exhilarating to have goals to work towards. It's empowering, a feeling I missed for quite a while. But as an extremely impatient soul, I found my anxiety levels spiking up at the same time. There are still bad days where I felt like I'm behind in life, or I should have done a lot of things sooner, or I should have known better. And I have to constantly remind myself that Rome wasn't built in one day, and that every mistake I made, I will look back at it one day and realize it was all blessing in disguise. I felt so abundant and grateful for all the new friends I made this year, for the old friends I reconnected with, for the self-indulgent escape I was able to afford, for my mom who traveled across the world to see me.
I got my mom! Hello! Yes!
And for myself, for my bravery of opening my mind and heart always, for still trying my best to enjoy the journey without really understanding it. And for you too, my 20-something friend. If you ever feel anxious about the future, or that you're not where you want to be, or that you're not measuring up to other people's success, remember that you're not alone in feeling that way. Take a deep breath. Recognize that the voice in your head is not you. It's just your restless ego telling you how to feel, and you need to tell it to shut the fuck up. Every 20-something go through this. Don't lose heart. Think of it as a rite of passage. Trust that you're well on your way. We all are. We're all trying our best, and that's what matters. So bring it on 2022. I'm ready. Are you?